And we're back, everybody. We pick it up from.
Oh, so, but sorry, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, but just so I understand what you're saying about the sibling, no, not sibling, the child, 9 years difference. Were you saying you would stop the person or you
I
would
will stop
let
it.
it go?
Stop it.
You stop it.
Yeah, my sibling, yes, I will not stop it. But my child, I will
Yeah,
stop
but your child, okay, you stop your child. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Sasha, weighed in on.
You want Sasha to send Ogun to you. It's all right.
No,
No, fine.
switch it to Amadioha. As so, for me, again, talking as someone who has already birthed 3 actual human kids, it is real for me, right? And it's dicey. And I think one of the baselines that I need to put out there is that age and common sense or emotional intelligence or whatever are not, they don't go hand in hand, right? So my son or my daughter marrying someone old, well, in society, it's pretty normal for a girl to marry someone older than them, right? Given a certain bracket. For a guy, especially where we come from, is frowned. It's like you committed murder. I honestly am not against it. Depending, again, now let's look at the bracket. As it's getting much, much older, it's getting more concerning. But one thing that I will do, regardless of the age, whether they're younger or they're older, is I will still be very, very, very attentive and perceptive about whoever is a partner to my kids, right? And I feel like where the risk is now how you address it. Because if you come in hot and rah-rah, you're already going to be like an enemy, and then you're losing your child and losing the whole battle because they're going to go into defense mode, right?
So after all this political speech, yeah, a 9-year gap,
We're talking
will
about 9
you
years.
say you have my blessing or you don't have my blessing?
It'll be very hard for me. It'll be very.
So you
Let me
you
be
say no.
honest. I'm not going to say no. To be honest,
You will say yes.
I will not say no from the get-go, but I'll be I'll be on the watch for how that person
Your body
plays.
language will say no for you.
Bro,
Okay.
I mean,
You're going to put the person more on a tight lift than you would if the
I
person-
will, in fact, I think I'll be more open and more welcoming so that I'm able to, on some level, bring out their real person in real, very fast.
Manipulation 101.
Wait.
You see the problem?
Does
This
it-
is why I can never allow it.
Does it matter? Does it matter if both of them are rich and wealthy and to do?
Money is not a factor when it comes to actual, a good partnership.
Okay, stop. Does it matter if your child is rich and the other person is not rich?
It's not a factor. Is that
You said
person
money
lazy?
is not a factor.
Is that person lazy? Is that person a gold? Is that person a leech? Is that person hanging on to my offspring because
We don't
of what
know
they can get?
now.
Exactly, and that's the kind of things that I'm gonna find out. Whether you're younger or older.
As per Inspector Bediako, how are you
Bro,
going to find this out?
yes, Bediako.
The third eye.
To
How
be
are you going to find
honest,
this out?
9 years is quite a stretch, but I run the risk of losing my child completely, depending on how I attack the issue. So mine is pull them closer, pull him closer. If possible, help him see if there's actually a problem. Help him see it with his own eyes, so we can come to that conclusion together. And I hold your hand.
When love has blinded the person like this, love has blinded the person. Say,
your brain.
So you can only give your opinion, say yes or no. But when the man or woman has done what they do in the other room on top of the person will not be able to see.
No, but you can remove the person from the child's life. Like if it's that important to you, you can remove the person from the person's life.
Define remove.
How will you
I don't
do
like
this?
the way your eyes are.
You can remove the person. How do you have an eraser? How do you
It's very easy to remove someone's foot.
Hey, Juju, come here. You are not on the same page on this. Let's just be clear. I don't know you. There are plenty ways to remove you from people's lives.
So, Bin, what do you say? So, for you, Sasha, sibling, that's their beeswax.
Sasha is like,
yeah.
Sibling is their beeswax. Your
9 years.
Your offspring is on them. Your offspring is on you. You definitely weigh in.
It's a collabo. It's definitely a collabo. I'll be very cautious, honestly speaking. I'll be very cautious.
Yeah.
It's not yet past the 10-year mark, so it's honestly not that bad if you think about
So
it.
if it passes the 10-year mark, what
It's a 10-year mark.
no, if it's so
Yeah.
fast, if it's
10 years.
11 years, you're going to handcuff the person. I don't know, what are you going to
Because
do?
Then I'm
when
gonna
you-
call EFCC about that money that they've been laundering.
because when you say this stuff, okay, what happens? I'm not for that. But you see the Oni taking women that is way older than you see Okoya's
Harry.
latest um wife.
Is the wife he married when she was in Unilag? Yeah.
Yeah. So what when we're saying all these things, are these
No, but
people
like,
not
you know, that's not
adults?
an age thing. That was
No,
an
but
economics movement. It wasn't
Yeah.
What
it was
however
more
you
economic
want to put it.
than it was anything else.
However you want to put it, it's over 9 years.
No, it's
However
not
you
how
want
it
to
was.
do it.
Together.
They're still
However,
together.
They're together, happy. Her
As
son
in,
is doing
how do
content.
you don't
Because
know
you
you
she
don't
know,
know
as
that they're
in,
happy.
what she's looking for.
well, but they are
She know what
together.
she's looking
No.
for.
Okay, we don't know that they are not happy.
You know, so yeah,
You
we
don't
can.
you don't even know that they are not happy.
you don't even know
We
that
You don't
don't
know
know.
anything.
Question.
But
We can only,
one thing we
just
know, they are
based
together.
on what we're seeing,
One
what
thing we
we
know,
can
they are
see.
together.
Mhm.
So
But it doesn't matter. You see, you know that like her staying with him is not it's not whether her parents even had a say or not. Like there are some situations where you're powerless. In this situation, when the economics is not in your favor, you can't even trick your mouth inside. If I had debt and my child was marrying someone that was 9 years older, me, I want that debt. I never have mouth to tell my child, by the way, don't
so
marry
therefore, okay,
Abel. He's 9 years older than you.
therefore it's not from what you're
No,
saying
because
now.
I
It's
can't do
not
anything about
cut and
No,
dry.
it's not a no, it is. But if I can't do anything about it if I can't control my own life. If my life is not in my own control, I can't
Then you
control
can't do
myself.
shit.
I mean, ultimately, you can't force another human being to do. But we're just asking for what your opinion
Opinion.
would be.
Mhm.
Okay, so B,
Would
what
you
are you
say,
gonna say?
I give my blessing or I don't?
Yeah. I'm going to be somewhere in the middle between Tiara and Area, because at the end of the day, you can't control who somebody decides that they are going to do life with, really.
People should be
Like,
clear about
if
this with control. You
but
can't, but okay.
but
You
you're
can't legally control it. But
I mean, you can manipulate, but you
thank you.
can't control, right? So for my sibling, it would be, who is this person? I'll just give you basically our peer-to-peer sibling advice, and what you do with that is your problem. But for my offspring, like Sasha said, there'll be, Sarah calls
Scrutiny.
it manipulation. There'll be manipulation. I want to find out who this person is, what are their motives, agendas. I'll try and deduce as much as I can what the person is about. And if it feels like the person is genuine, doesn't have funny business, doesn't have seem like they have funny business, then I'll be like, okay, fine. You get, like, well, I won't just say, oh, you have a 9-year-old 9-year-old age
So,
difference. Good luck with that shit.
so
No.
wait. Let's make it a bit more interesting, I think. So if your offspring is the person who's older by 9 years, would you see a problem with that? Like your offspring
Again, it
is the big
Is
depends.
person
the
here, is the older person.
Is the Agbaya?
Again,
Would you
depends.
say, hey, go and find your own mates and stop doing nonsense? Or what?
No. So
Agbaya,
to
find your
answer that
own.
question,
Uh-huh.
definitively, I think my idea of this thing is, I wouldn't have a problem if I felt like you were using your brain in doing this thing,
How
and the
do you
person
know
that
when
you're
someone is using their brain?
no, now
In
you
this
know your offspring
in
now.
You can
this
honestly
You know
can
your
tell to a
offspring now.
certain extent.
You know your offspring now.
okay.
Do you get? You know your sibling. You know, okay, this person is not a serious person. You get, like, you know, if your siblings and your child is an efulefu now, you will know. You will know. And if your child has sense, you will know. So from there, you know, okay, when you look at the person that they've chosen, you'll be like, okay, knowing that my child has sense and looking at this person, You say invite them for dinner. You get invite them for family barbecue
Shaking my
and ask some questions. There's some things that you ask, pertinent things like with your 50-year-old
with your
intelligence.
hat
You get
on,
you
your
get
Jim
what you
Okoye
go
hat on.
ask. You get
Say what's
you will
going on
know that
here.
okay, the person will give it away that they are serious or they are not serious.
Yeah.
And once you detect seriousness, then it's roll of the dice. Like good luck. But if you detect unseriousness, then you have to shut it down. Shut it
What
down
if the
like
person is serious, but
Shut
they're
it
just
down as
trying
much as
to
you can. Yeah.
like,
as much as you can. As much as you can.
Mm.
Because it's not about seriousness, right? It's about like futuristically speaking, would this person destroy my child's life? It's really not about the seriousness. I can
Oh,
be
my
so
child destroys this person's life.
interested in destroying your life.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Then
don't think
maybe
about that.
seriousness is the wrong word. Like more like if you detect something that don't want you don't want to be your child's life, then
You don't know that. That's my fear. You don't have enough
you
time.
can't now. Like no, if you
Oh,
invite somebody, if you talk to somebody,
mhm.
I feel like I don't know. For me, I feel like if I talk to you for an hour, I'll get an idea of you,
I know a
a
lot of
general idea of you.
I know a lot of parents that think that they will talk to their parent spouse for 1 hour. I know the spouse they are talking to, and they're swept away. They're just like, oh my god, this is the most responsible human. I'm just like,
Little do you know.
Exactly. How
are
did
you
Chris
sure?
Rock say? You're meeting that person's representative. It's not the real person you're
Bro,
meeting.
Are
You're
you
meeting that
sure?
person's
It's the
representative
same person is your
at
eye
that point in
paining
time.
you? They put super glue inside. Can you not see? Because people would be who they like. They will show you who they want you to see,
You're putting your best foot forward at that time.
and you wouldn't
Mm.
know. Like, cause like it's not like you put them in situations where you can test them. They're literally just talking to you. I will tell you. Do you know how sweet mouth? Do you know how consultants sell things to you that you will even be thinking that is you that problem?
bro.
By speech, you can't tell. Oh, it's in the adversities that you actually see people's characters, and you're not in the adversity with them. So how do you want to know that
Yeah,
this character is good or bad?
yeah,
That's
you're
So
right.
that's true.
If
for
That's
they're
me,
true.
if they're if they're lying out of their ass,
for
you have
me,
no control, man.
for my offspring, I'll say, well, this 9 year thing you want to go into, this person senior you with 9 years. This person, this person.
This
So
person is almost my mate.
exactly, exactly. So I mean, chances that the person has, well, the person knows more about life than you. Okay, so boom. You just, if that's what you want to do, I would say, I'll tell you that, look, I'd rather not, because this person not manipulated, but this person is ahead of you in this
Don't
rat race, in
say
this
use
game. this
manipulation.
person
Wow.
is this person is ahead of you. I would say I would not, but ultimately you cannot force anybody to do what they don't want to do, and you pray that they go well and have the smoothest of journeys. But I'll just say, look, this place you have to put leg. Many have gone before you. In fact, of all the people that went before you,
None of
more
them
in
have
my
come back.
opinion, no, some would have gone and had a smooth journey, like the person in this story. Yeah, but a lot have gone and waiting their eyes see.
Mhm.
So it's up to you. But
As in when you say the person in the story, you're like P squared, the P squared thing.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So
It was
in his
not
own
smooth though.
story,
They had their
in
own
his
fair
own
share of
story, it's
bad
the
boost.
the
Yeah.
he's older than him,
I
and the
mean,
rough the
I
rough
mean
thing
both
is not
him
coming
and
from.
her.
Yeah, the rough part of the story is not, well, from what I deduced, it's not coming from inside their camp. It's coming from outside.
Mhm.
How do you know that?
So
I mean,
No,
no, no,
it's
from
not.
I
that
said
guy
from
is a
what I've
known
deduced.
womanizer.
Well, but
I don't
what's
know
that her
about
name?
that.
She's cool. She's well, it's entertainment. Sadly, for me, I think with regards to siblings, you can only say you can only have your say. Like
You can only
B
talk.
said, yeah, like B
You
Yeah,
can
said,
only
it's a
hazard.
horizontal discussion. So a 9 year gap for adults. Hey, now for it depends on the age of the sibling, right? If the young, that sort of age gap could mean power imbalance, could be they have there are different life stages, so they may want different things. But if they're older adults, really, it doesn't. I don't think that it matters much. It's a matter of trying to find out what their goals are, what their values are, what makes them click. Ultimately, it's up to them. But that's just it. If the person is younger, just give them some game because it could be a power imbalance, like I said earlier, and there are different life stages. So, but then again, ultimately, it's their decision.
Your age.
What's the Gen Z word for
So,
that?
I don't know.
so
Am I
yeah,
just
that's what it is.
Ah!
What?
If my sibling is 9 years older than the person,
You just lie.
if my sibling is 9 years older than
I
the person,
cried, man. I shed it
is
here.
what you want. I really don't. For me, age is, yeah. For me, age is just a number. I really don't. Just fit. No,
it's
for
just a
real.
number?
Okay. No,
No, it's not just a number, but
no,
it's
it
not,
is
it's not
just
just a
because
number,
if
but
you people,
let's leave that one.
that is mine.
It's not
That's
a
for
number.
me. Well,
That's what R.
well,
Kelly said.
okay. Anywho's
That is
though.
Or
Then
told Aliyah
if
to say,
it's my
tell him
offspring,
it's just a number.
how well do you really know a person? You want to live your own life, finding out what this person is about. You can only hope that you've raised the person right. That because even
They know person finish. Adama, madama, you don't know. So
at the end of after a while, they'll be like, if I had known and all of that. So I see,
so this how you were?
So
He was wearing a wig.
yeah, that's it.
That kind
You can
of
only hope that
You
the
just
work
have
you
to
put
hope
in
you've trained
pay off.
your
Because
sibling,
take for instance,
your spouse.
someone that
Okay.
met and um, somebody on this group may say, that's I'm always coming with extremes. But imagine this person that met young Steve Jobs and said, "Oh, this person that I would want to get married to my daughter," and he walks into your house, smelly feet, wearing jalabia, because there was a time in his life that was all he was wearing.
He should not be marrying anybody. But he shouldn't be marrying anybody. He's not capable of marrying any. Forget the money. He's not a human being enough for him to marry my child. Is it? Except you want to marry your child for money, then surely.
But he didn't have
But
money at the time. But I'm
that
just
person is
saying,
not of the mental capacity to be marrying anybody.
He didn't have money at
My
the
point
time.
is that even at now that he has money, he still does not have the mental capacity to have a wife.
Huh?
He should
Steve
not
Jobs?
be responsible for another person.
later in life, he
But
actually
Sorry.
got.
Are you talking about Steve Jobs?
He was rounded.
he's dead.
Later
No,
in
no,
life,
no.
he was
Later in
fine.
life,
No,
later in
he
life.
wasn't. No, he's not emotionally. He's not an emotionally rounded. Because he was meditating in Japan that you thought he's rounded. He's not rounded anything. No, that person's not okay. You're saying that he's not. I'm just telling you,
But
but
for
he's
me,
not okay. He said,
that
no,
would have.
don't be assuming shit.
Well,
It's
I
like
don't know much
us
about
now.
Steve Jobs
The
apart
only,
from
the only thing
married.
I know about it is that
He got
I think
saner
there was
in
a
his
time when
older
he
years.
got sane,
In
like
his older
when
years,
he
he got saner.
accepted his daughter and all those things. He got saner now. He got more mature about that whole thing.
That's the person you want to
I
marry.
don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about him. All I know is that 9-year gap, my initial thing to my child would be like, this, there's danger here. Use your eyeballs. Well, I raised you better than this.
There's no
If you then
eyeball.
say you will not go, if
Why?
you say that's where you go, I wish you good luck. That's it.
I think another angle that I would look at it from as well, especially in particular to my daughter being the older person, would still be concern for my child in the sense that what is, because again, I'm still going to try to understand who this person is. Whether he's young or not doesn't mean he might not be emotionally intelligent or mature or whatever. But before I can deduce that, my initial worry might be, is she doing this because she feels like she's too old and this her last resort? Is she, my concern is still going to be like my child being sure of the fact that number one, they actually want to do this based on the individual that they're with and having evaluated who he is as an individual. And
If your child was the male,
male, for male being older, honestly, 9 years to me is not super, it's not super plenty, to be honest. 9 years. I don't think 9 years is a lot.
It'd be like say they never destroy your life before. It'd be like say you never
Have you met me?
They give you even go up or so. Sorry.
So what is Tiara? What would be your cap or a difference between you and a guy?
Me? Oh no, me I'm mad. So you won't matter.
No, it doesn't matter whether mad or sane. So if a guy
I
is
was
older
saying
than you,
I should not be someone that is 4 years old, at most 4 years older than I am. But unfortunately, I'm mad. I can actually marry someone that is 63.
but the thing is, do you feel like just because the person meets your 4-year age gap criteria, means that they're a good fit
it's not
based
just
on
age now. I'm
personality,
talking-
mental state?
No. You have to like. It's a lot of things that you can. There's a lot of things that go into deciding if you want to marry someone or not. However, I feel like the experiences I have will be very similar to like give or take plus or minus 5 years. Like I feel like all of us have the same experiences, and so I'm fine with that.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, if age was the only factor, like we're removing kindness, every other thing, stability, whatever, I would stick in that range because I feel like all of us
But
are
no, with
experiencing the
regards
same
to
thing, and
that, you
nobody
say
has
your
gone front
experiences are
and
the
has
same.
experienced.
Let me ask. A girl of 16 and a guy of 16, do they have the same experience? Really?
They are basically going through the same thing in life. I'm not saying that
I don't agree.
one for one. They are basically going through the same thing.
I
Hormones
don't
are
think so.
to your body. Both of you do have sex. Both
I
of
mean,
you
no,
like,
they're
behave
not going
with
through the
yours.
same
They're not
things.
having the same
but
experiences. They might be in the same class.
No, you
Think
can't
that-
say that. You can't say that. They are in the same class. They're in the same class. They're in the same age group. They are
No,
being
they're not being
exposed
exposed to the same people.
media.
Not
They are being
necessarily.
exposed to the same.
Differs, which is why age is not necessarily relevant all the time.
No, let me explain what I mean by having the same experience.
I mean, in general, right?
I mean, let people should breathe. They are going through the same thing. Like maturity, like I'm not saying maturity based on exposure now. I'm just saying brain development, like biological brain development at 16. Whatever you're going through, this other person is going through. There's nothing like whatever you've experienced in your life.
If the stimulus that is affecting
whatever
you
you're processing
is different from what is affecting
16
other
is
person.
basically
What do you mean?
going to
Like,
process.
give me an example.
Exactly. I was gonna ask that.
Okay, take for
Oh.
instance now. You have a girl of 16, a guy of 16, same classes. The people they meet after school, basically not going to be the same people. A guy is just going to maybe, who is he going to meet? His friends, maybe.
So are you
one or
saying
two.
the people that will be
Ladies are
hitting
not
on the
meeting
girl,
the
the
same.
people that will be hitting on the girl?
Yes, because that is where you get your experience from.
Like, I'm
No,
not
but
saying
you're
so
talking about
the people
you're
that
talking
are
about
hitting on you.
outliers, right? You're talking about.
No, that's not outlier. No, that is actually the norm.
You're saying
That is not
every
an outlier.
teenage girl is
Yes.
going out and meeting
Yes.
No, we're not
she's
saying
not going
she's shagging
out
them.
to meet
We're
them.
not saying she's shagging them.
No, she's not
Being
going
hit
out
by
to
a
meet
lion.
them. The people that are coming to meet her,
So,
her mates are not coming to meet
so
her.
That's
They're
not
still trying
true.
to.
I don't believe
find
that
out
that's
how
I think that
no,
let's cap it with environment in Nigeria. Yes.
to.
Let's put
It's-
it in
I
Nigeria.
believe that
no.
there
Outside of
are the
Nigeria.
girls in school who will
Uh-huh.
go and date university boys or whatever the case may be, like advanced dating. But the average high school girl is going back home. Like
16 is 16 not, have they not graduated from high school?
In abroad.
Or they're SS3?
In
abroad.
Nigeria, yes. That's why I said you need to put a cap on the location.
Mhm.
Location changes everything.
Yeah. I know
And
if you're
it's not
talking
about the
outliers, yes,
though.
but the average kid is going through the same things. They're
It's
going
not
home
about
and
the
watching
age.
TV.
It's like at that age, what has made you in general, like all the experiences that made you spending time with your parents at school, what is concerning you in life is basically the same thing. Who you date is
Yeah.
like what
Do my
2%
friends
of-
like
if-
me? All those
If
kind
you up the age a bit to 18, both of them, are they still the same?
the adults. That's no.
I don't even think we even need to go as far as 18, because if I use myself as an example, right?
Mhm.
From a very young age, I grew up differently. And again, your personality also comes to play a huge chunk. And then
What do you mean by you grew up different there, babe?
Nepo!
I will whack
That's
you.
one. No, but what do you mean? Let's know what you mean.
You
What do you
guys
mean?
need to write a book, man.
What do you mean by you
So
grew up
apart
different?
from the fact that I feel like, because I don't know how to explain it, because it's not something I wrote, but I feel like my personality has mostly mostly been one of already identifying who they were, understanding what they want, what they will allow, what they will surround themselves with. And then the way I grew up as well, I didn't necessarily have to search far for what I needed, right? In terms of care, money, love, whatever. So by the time I entered secondary school, when I now started mixing with a wider range of people, it was strange to me what these people were looking for. Like, why are girls leaving the hostel to go and look for boys, blah, 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 blah. So which is why I'm saying that even though we're the same age, it doesn't mean that we're going to be, we have the same needs and wants, or we're experiencing the same thing. In fact, to even make it funnier, when we had our SS3 awards night, they gave me an award for the weirdest because I just was different, but I was living my best life. I was a vibe, but I wasn't like into like all the common things that they were into. Because to me, it was just like, what the heck are you guys looking for? Do you know that by the time you get old, you're going to be tired of this?
Quick question on what you're saying. Would you say that in school, like most of the girls, like the generality of girls, were doing those things that you felt were like, oh, why are all these people doing these things?
A large
Or was it like
percentage.
there was a clique of
It wasn't a clique.
highly
I really don't know the schools
influential
that,
girls?
that B went to though,
There was a
but
large
hey,
percentage.
man.
There was a large percentage, and I can, especially again, depending on the person's personality and how they grew up, by the time they get to that level and I was in boarding school, where they're free, they want to experience every single thing that they can, which can be very dangerous, given the kind of people that you now start to interact with,
exploration.
right?
So if you look at that SS3 in that boarding school, those SS3 girls, unfortunately, the people who would be coming to, hit on them, were not the SS3 boys. There were people from above, a bit higher than them, unfortunately. But the people who would be coming to, who the SS3 boys would be looking at, would be the junior girls.
Junior girls.
Yeah. So
Well,
my point is,
across the classes, yeah.
At that, they were basically the same age, but just like what Juju was saying, the experiences are different. The SS3 boys looking for how to sweet talk some JS1, no, not
That's
JS1,
why they say
JS3 or SS1 girl.
Quicker.
Yeah, that's where that all comes from. Because
no, girls are just generally mature.
Hold on, I don't think
know
this is
about that. You don't.
I don't
You
think
want
it's about
spoil.
the
You want spoil
experience.
this. Generally mature now.
Have with men.
You want spoil talk now.
It's not about your experience, because like how many percent of your experiences with men actually make up who you are? Like, are you saying that is the major thing that you use to determine who the person is and what you're going through in life?
No, in this context, now
Yeah, but like in this context, I'm saying that like generally speaking, majority of your life, you see, if your life was 100%, 2% of it is actually your interaction with men and opposite sex. The remaining 98% of your life is every other thing that is similar.
But is that 2% we're talking about now? Is that 2% we're talking about? We're not talking about the 98%.
Yeah, but like those 2% is not consequential. So I'm saying that like in that age group, you people are going through the same thing. It's not about relationship now. I'm saying like just generally speaking, you people are literally going through the same thing outside of who you're meeting and who you're dating and who you're whatever.
In terms of puberty, yeah.
Yes.
Like
you're going through the same thing in terms of what you're studying in class. But what we're talking about is the people who are hitting on you or who you'll be hitting on. They're two different.
But that doesn't change your ability to manipulate or not manipulate somebody. Do you get my point? Like that's why I'm like, that 5-year gap is.
If you're already interacting with people that are like 10 years ahead of you, you're already picking up.
Picking up on their manipulation. They're not picking up anything. No, let me just tell you now.
Tara, what I'm saying in essence is a 21-year-old boy, if a 30-year-old girl is on his case, is different from if a 21-year-old girl, a 30-year-old boy is on her case.
What's the difference? Tell me, what do you think the difference would be?
I just told you that. Okay. Let me put it in a different way. In that secondary school, that SS3 levels that we're talking about.
No, let's not go there. No, tell me the difference. Why we're going
I'm trying to go somewhere. In that SS3 level, who now? In that SS3 level, that we're talking about, I said the norm would be that the SS3 boy will be looking for some JS3 or SS1 girl to hit on. the SS3 girl will be getting hit on by people above that SS3 level. So that was the norm. So if you had an SS3 boy that was being hit on by a girl in university, that would be super out of the ordinary. Now bump that up a few years. Now that the boy will be a king. Now bump that up a few years. Do you get my point? Now they're all 21. The norm still follows that the higher level guy in age will be hitting on that girl, but the boy would be punching downward. So if you now have a higher level girl hitting on him, that is still outside the norm. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
You understand
Those
So I think that the problem is the context, right? Like the reason why I'm
Uh-huh.
uncomfortable with 9 years old is I said once with age, your ability to manipulate person goes up or down. Whether or
Yes.
not it's the norm, it doesn't. My point is that doesn't change your ability to manipulate. It's either that society will frown on it or not. That's basically what you're trying to explain to me. It's not about the society, it's about the person. Are you going to be manipulated or not? It doesn't matter if that's your experience or
You are right. But chances of being manipulated in something with something that you're not used to are higher. Like if you're not used to something, chances that you get
the things that you're used
not used to something. If you're used to it and they manipulate and they use your head there, then it's on you. But if you're not used to it,
shame on you.
If you're not used to it and they now use your head,
let's maintain this energy for when we talk about Nigerian politics. So let's just maintain this energy that because they are used to it now, manipulation should be less. Because surely that's your life
now.
No,
that's why we are angry at the Nigerian electorate now, because you see that this crook has used your life since.
You know why you know? It's because you're now in a place.
I'll not use your head this time. And
but we knew before we even came out that these people, we've
and
always known.
No.
Yes, but people have always known.
No.
It's not
look at it like this.
Look at it like this. Look at it like this. Out to sanity.
Let me give specific examples. If somebody who is not known to be a head user should come out and say, I will not use your head, and then he now turns around and uses your head, it's different from if somebody who is known to be a chronic user of heads comes out to say, I will not use your head this time, and you now put your head there and he uses it.
No one was saying is like if you are used to a situation, like if, for instance, it is natural for you to not jaywalk. That's a situation. Everybody's used to it. This is the law. The chances of you being manipulated to not actually jaywalk, because you're not even asking questions, you're a zombie. The chances of you being manipulated in situations where it is the norm is so much higher than the chances of you, like the chances of you being manipulated abroad because of all the rules and how everything is the norm is so much higher than it is in a place where it's a jungle and you have to figure things out and ask questions all the time.
Now, the reason why you'll be manipulated where it is the norm is because you are not used to it.
No, even if
stuff that
people that even used to it are the ones that are manipulated.
No, if it's a place that you grew up and that is your norm, you know how it works, chances that your head will be used are reduced.
No, but
let me give you an example. These people that do Yahoo and say, "Oh, I'm a Nigerian prince." How many Nigerians will they catch with that stuff?
No, you're not understanding it. You're looking at the exact example. I'm saying if you are in a place where everything is a norm and you're used to rules and norms, the chances of you being manipulated by anybody, including inside and outside, is so much higher than a place where it's chaotic and every time you have to ask questions where nothing is a norm. The reason why you can manipulate someone abroad is because everything is usually a norm. Their life is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's easier for you to manipulate a Covenant University student because they have a norm than it is to manipulate a Unilag student where they don't have a norm.
There's one of our viewers on YouTube that is a big Tiara fan. If that guy should support Tiara for this thing, I will find him. Why? Because I will find him because on this one, I am right. If this guy, and I'm talking to you, Baldini, I'm calling it, if you support Tiara this one, I will find you. Baby. That's all. I'll tell you, you don't read the comments.
But think about it. The moment you leave people to not think about anything by themselves, you remove critical thinking.